Hi everyone, Emma here. I'm so excited to show you what I've made. So I started with this skull bracelet. Now I made this one using this loom here. Let me show you this loom here. But I did find that these spaces were way too big for 11/0 beads. So when you put your warp threads along, the next space over is quite a bit wider. So what I did was I started my work further down, and I made sure I pulled it really tight so that the warp threads were in line with these beads. So let me just say, I will be doing a reveal at the end of the video to show you what I did. So this was the test bracelet that I did. And yeah, so I have the skulls and a little surprise for you. And I'll show you that at the end. And then these are like tube clasp or ends that I got from Carmi from John Bead, and I think they're specifically like Miyuki ends for this type of bracelet, so they're quite a bit smaller. Let me show you the bigger ones. The reason why I'm mentioning it. So I have lots of these really big ones, and I find they're too clunky for my liking. So here's an example, right? These are quite big. Look at the difference in how big they are compared. So like I have some that would fit this length, but this is what it would look like. So it's quite large. I think it would still look good, but I kind of wanted something dainty. So did that, and then I put one of these slider clasps on. These are lovely, so I'll show you what it looks like on. So you just grab the little ends here. See if I can get that on. Something like that. So there is that bracelet. That with the lovely clasp. Or you can just put a regular, a lobster claw or whatever. But I wanted to do something different. So we'll just put that there. And I have all my glow-in-the-dark colors. There's a lot more than this. Just saying. And I thought what I'd do, so I wanted to show you a design that I did with the glow-in-the-dark beads. These lovely new Cylin beads from John Bead. And this one is gold yellow. It is gorgeous. So at the end I'll turn all the lights off so you can see everything glow. But there's a design idea that I want to show you in a bracelet that I feel is just amazing. So I will put the links in the description where you can buy the new Cylin beads on Amazon. And I heard one of my subscribers mention she ordered hers from a craft shop, or a bead shop. So check your bead shops. They may have stock in it already. And if not, you can get them through Amazon, which is through the craft shop. That's why I was thinking craft shop, because I always mix up and say bead shop, but it's craft shop. So what I'm going to show you right now is I'm going to do the second. So if you take a look, there's this lovely guy. This is using the black, and this gold is golden alloy fleece. And I have a bunch of other designs that I'm doing. I apologize, between being super tired and getting the the new Curiosity box. I should mention, for the Curiosity box, there are some Creep It Real boxes available. So I guess if you have a subscription, you could suspend the subscription for a box or more. I'm not sure how that works, but what that means is there's some individual boxes available for sale, and there's also, they had, the subscriptions were sold out, but they actually have some available now. So some people may have stopped their subscription, or they would have added some. So let's take a look. So if you're familiar with loom beading, this here is a jewel loom, and I have videos on this, so I won't go into great detail about it. If you want a tutorial on how to set up your warp threads and stuff like that, I could do that. But for this, I just want to show you the design of the skull. We'll put those in. That's about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, I'm counting the wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. About 7 rows. So we can do 7 rows. I'll show you that, and then I'll do the reveal. You should stay around for the reveal. You're gonna love it. It is amazing. I'll be coming up with some new designs in this same design, and you'll know what I'm talking about at the end. If you're like me and you can't wait, just go to the end. So let me just open this up a bit so you can see what I'm doing. And one of the things I do when I'm doing the loom is I move this up on my lap and then up against the desk. So this is like almost straight up and down. It makes it a lot easier than bending over your desk. Let me know which way you do yours. Now I'm using Miyuki thread for this. I wanted to have something super thin. This will work with the John Bead Good thread as well. This stuff here, it's pretty thin. Yeah, I'll do another with the John Bead Good thread so you can see the difference in relation to the glow in the dark. My thought was I wanted to keep as little thread out of the holes as possible so that we can get the best glow in the dark out of it. So let me make some room here and we'll get started. So let's set the focus and let me show you my design. So here's the design. So when I do my design, I like to place it in the orientation that I'm working, so top to bottom, and I wasn't thinking when I drew this on. So this is the number one's there, so it's correct. But you can see we're going to do this right here. So I want to start on this line here. So we're going to go down these lines. And what I do for that is I just take a little pad of stick-it notes and I'm going to move my line down so I keep count. And specifically with the glow-in-the-dark, if you're not using a color glow-in-the-dark, if you're using one of these that's like, we don't know what color it is, unless you look at the label, it says turquoise, white to turquoise. So if you're using this and you don't know, you're interspersing it with some crystal ones. These ones are not glow in the dark. You want to make sure you keep your stuff separate, and that's why I have my bottle right next to my pile so that I don't get mistaken. And this one here I found this one out of the white beads to be the brightest, the white to green, but they're all super amazing. So yeah, that one goes there. Just put that back. So let's get started. I'm trying to think where's the best spot to put this so you can see my lines. Let me see if I do something like this. And bring these down. And these, this might work. Okay, now you can see. So I'm going to start at the very beginning of the skull. So we'll start this line here, just so it's clear. Okay, so this line now, normally I color code it, but because you can see I have gold all the way along, but I would recommend you use a different color for each so that you don't get mixed up. So we'll start with 1 gold, then we need 3 of the white color, so 3 white. Oh, you know what? Oh, okay. I have this orange. Because I was using it for the orange pattern, the skull's black, so we need 4 black. I have like so many projects on the go. I'm trying to get it all straight in my head. Okay, so then we've got 2, 4, 6 of the white. Let's pick those up. 3, 4, 5, 6, and a gold. Okay, and you can double check it to make sure. And I've put my thread underneath my warp threads, so it's ready to go. And like I said, I have this down on my desk. Let me tilt the camera a bit, because I might just move this a little. Let me know what you do for this. So I'll just show you what was happening with mine. So I kind of have them in the spot that I want them. But the warp threads are close enough together that the beads won't pop up, and we want to take our thread and go over top and through those beads. So what I did was I found that if I take my thumb and kind of move them into place so they pop up like that, doesn't always work, and that's not correct. There's a bead missing. Okay, let me see here. Let's put these in first. So we have 3 of the white with 1 gold, and then 4 black. So like that. Yeah, there's 1 missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, what is... Something's not right here. Pop those in. Yeah, that's... Do you know what? I think this might be an old pattern that had 1 less bead. It is. Okay. That's what it is. So what I did was I added an extra white row on the top. So let me take these off. And the reason I did that will be revealed at the end. It has to do with the surprise. And I'm just ruining the surprise. I was like, this video is going to go viral. It's like, it's not going anywhere. I can't even get the first row in. This is one of those things that if it's easier to do when you're on your own and doing it, but we'll get there. Just a little hiccup. Okay. I'm getting ready to order some graph paper for the specific loom and peyote and brick stitch and stuff like that. What I had was some leftover copies of peyote and loom from art beads. So when I went to draw the skulls and I did this part here, I designed that part there. This part here took up a whole sheet. So I just thought, I'll just put the others on top on another sheet. But I forgot that there's an extra bead in there. So definitely, if people are interested in this design in particular, when you see the end, you'll know why. If you're interested, I'll do it up really nice on a sheet so you can do a screenshot of it. Okay, so you're coming off the top, you're going to go underneath to get your next row. And I found if I moved my marker down after I picked up all the beads, I was safer because you get distracted just like I did. So we need a gold and 3 of the white. Then we need 3 black, 2 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black, 3 white, and 1 gold. And that's our second row. So let's move this down so we don't get confused. Move it all the way down. Move these guys down. And slide them in place. So yeah, a couple of things I want to ask everyone is if they do loom work, what type of loom do you use? Any recommendations? Because I'm definitely going to be doing more loom work. I find that this loom, it's nice that it's so compact. But I find putting the warp threads on really hard on my hands because I had surgery on my hands. So now we're going to go find the top. And you want to make sure that your needle is going through each bead and going through over the warp threads. Now, the size of these beads are similar. They're the same size as Delicas, so you can interchange them. I will be doing a design with both in one project so you can see them side by side. What was I going to say? Yeah, so that other loom that I showed you, I find is a bit, it was inexpensive. I think it was $10 on Amazon or Michael's or something. Okay, we need 3 white, 3 black, 2 white. I didn't get 3 on that one. I thought so. It fell off my needle. Okay, then 2 white, 2 black, 1 white, 1 black, 2 white, and a gold. Yeah, I need some advice on a loom. The other thing is, I don't like the techniques they use for taking it off the loom. This tying off one end to the next and then to the next all the way across. I find the outer ends stick out too much, and then the suggestion is that you glue it before you put it in, slide on your clasp or your end piece, and I find the glue dries out the thread and makes it a bit brittle, and it concerns me. So I don't know, like, am I missing something? Like, you could do such beautiful work. I hate like the end part, the finishing part being like an afterthought. You put so much work into these things, you want to make sure that they're really lovely all the way around and that you'll be absolutely happy to wear it. And I don't think I moved my marker. Okay, so that's two holes, 2 rows for the eyeballs, so that means I didn't move this. That's how quick you can get distracted. I shouldn't. Not you. Baby squirrel. That's my wife calls me a squirrel because of my attention span. So I've got a gold, and remember we need the 3 holes or the 3 white beads at the top. Then we've got 3 black. No, we got more than that. Let me move this down a bit. We have 2, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and there's 1 on there already. And then we need a white, a black, a white, a black, 2 whites, and a gold. And let's move this over. Almost. You know what it is with me is I get so excited. I'm like, okay, I got my colors on. Let's go. Let's put it in. I can't wait to see what it looks like. I'm all over the place tonight. Can you tell? So, in case you're wondering, I waited at night to do this video so that it will be really dark in here. So that I'm like, it's not the best time for me to be doing videos because I get silly. So let's pop these guys in there. And go over top. This one didn't pop. Make sure I go over that warp thread. There we go. And move that. Oh, look. I hate when that happens. That is so annoying. Oh, I want to... This is not going my way. Let me see if I can get it back without poking the thread. You know what? I'm going to take it off the needle and pull it out. How did I miss that first one? I was sure that I had it in there. Okay. Let's keep those guys there. This part should be pretty easy to get that. So that's why it's really important to have your warp threads in the right position. So let's get this guy on there. Bring it down. And of course it's on top. Let me just move this. Yeah, my thread's on top. Get it through here. So it's coming down the bottom. Just gonna hold those. That. Okay. On top. Behave. You're not my friend anymore. I cannot believe. You know what? I have to say, I think my wife jinxed me. I told her instead of going to bed that I was going to do this. I said, I'm only going to be half an hour. She goes, is that a half an hour real time or half an hour your time? I'm like, shh. So she jinxed me. So we got 3 white, 3 black, 2 white, 2 black, 1 white, 1 black, 2 white, and a gold. That through, and there we got the right amount. Yeehaw! It makes me laugh. Like, I think about the amount of time I spend in my office doing videos and designs and stuff like that. My dad was so bad. He built a shop in our backyard. We had a big backyard, and he built a shop with all his tools and everything. He'd be in there all the time working. My mom would call him, "Dear, dinner's ready." That didn't work. She'd send one of us out. That wouldn't work. We're like, "Daddy, dinner's ready." Yeah, I'll be right there. So she had a phone installed, or she told him, "I need to get a hold of you, and you're not coming out." So he installed the phone, and he'd answer the phone. He'd say, "Yeah, I'll be right there." It's like an hour later. Okay, so let's move this because we didn't move it. Now we want a gold, 3 white, 3 black, 2 white, 1 black, 1 white, 1 black, and 3 white, and a gold. And let's move this down. And we're almost there. 1 row left after this. I'm so excited to show you. And then we're going to move on to some designs from the Curiosities box. So hopefully I'll have, probably what will happen, I've been working on a bunch of designs in the Curiosity box. So probably what'll happen in the next couple of days, I'll be doing the video, so you'll see a bunch of stuff come out. So hang in there. I appreciate all the comments and kind words. Okay, come on. There we go. So go up and through. And I pull it a bit snug. as I'm going. I just don't like, there's been times where if you could see the thread looped over like, like this. And then it's like once it's out there, it's really hard to go through and straighten it out. Okay, so the last one, we've got a gold. We need 4 white, 4 black, we've got 2, 4, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's double check that. Yeah, and a gold. So at the end here, I'm just going to show you what the design pattern is with the lights out, and we could talk about it. If you, like I said, if you're interested in very specific stuff about the loom work, you can, as you can see, I'm not the best at it. But I will do a video on every aspect if you want. That's no problem. I like designing them. So, like making designs to put in them. I should show you. I have a Halloween one that I did. Well, it's actually Wizard of Oz, the witch. I have that on a video actually. So I have that one. I did a pumpkin last year. I didn't. I went to do the glue on the thread, and it ran all behind and like spread. So I don't know what, if I had it on my desk or something. So it was glued to my desk. You're probably like, oh my God, Emma. Yeah, so it's all hard and crunchy. I'm not very happy with it, but it's really lovely. So this is the last row of this design. Now, I would probably, just for this, actually I should do them since we have some left. We've got 2 rows on the other side, so let's do 2 rows. So we just need a gold, and we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a gold. Yeah, this is really awkward to do on camera. Okay. And we'll do one more. So we need a gold. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll take a few more from here. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's that. We can move this out of the way now. Oh, forgot the gold. I heard you guys saying, Emma, you forgot a gold. I have to say, I'm working on a project with the Cylin Beads. That's a project you've probably done before. You've seen it lots of times. And I used a couple of different color combinations. But when I went to do the silver and the silk white, the silver, you're going to flip when you see the silver color. I'm stunned. I'm like, this is my new favorite silver of all times, of any bead. It's incredible. It looks like real silver. It's just unbelievable. Like real silver jewelry. This one doesn't look like it's all the way popped up. I need new glasses. Having a hard time seeing this. And I've got the lovely magnification glasses that Carmi sent me. And they work great. They're incredible. But it takes a bit of getting used to. Okay, so it's reveal time. Let's reveal it this way. Surprise! And we'll put this one here. And we'll bring these guys back. So you can see everybody all bright. And I think I'm going to enlarge this. Like that. Are you ready? Let's move this over. Those over. Okay, we're going to turn lights out. Don't be afraid. I'll be right here with you. Do one light at a time. Okay. Oh, it helps if I turn the overhead light off. Okay, so we've got those. And let's hope this works. Woo! How's that? This one here, I don't know why it's not. Do you know what? I've had them under the light. Yeah, I think this one I moved out of the shot of the light, so it's a little. This is normally quite bright. So of course, the camera is going crazy trying to focus. There we go. Yeah, let's bring it a bit bigger. Okay, so we'll start with the explanation on this one. Oh, it's backwards. Oh. Let me see. Sometimes if you take one of the brighter ones behind, it will light up. You can kind of see what I have written there. There's ghosts, skulls in there. Like I said, this one was the first one. So it says boo. And it says boo in different colors. Of the 3 white beads that have glow in the dark, there's 3 different colors. There's a sky blue, a turquoise, and the green. As you can see, they were only 1 bead thick, so they didn't quite show up. Now, I can see it plain as day, but for the camera's sake of picking it up, so you can see there's the bee the O and O. So I thought, okay, I need to figure out, and let me see. I can't remember what I did. Why that one, the skulls are supposed to be lit up too, and I can't remember what I did with that, but then I did the end ones and you can really see. So that's that one there. But he, jeez. You know what? I think it's the, wow, that sucks. Let me try turning the light on again for a second here. Because this is not the best lighting here. Let's see here. I wonder if I go even lighter. Yeah. I'm going to get some light on there. Sorry if this is blowing out your eyes. Let's see. There we go. I knew there was a better way. I just had to change the lighting. So it says boo. So I did. So this one is turquoise. Yeah, I think the lettering is turquoise. And what I was going to do was leave the lettering just white. But actually, it's better if you do it in a, yeah, it's fading. It's fading on the camera, not in real life. I think the skulls on this one here I did in like just a plain color, and it didn't come out like the let's try that again. Bring that light back. Sorry about the lighting. Yeah. So I did I guess I can show you now too. This is how big. Let me fix the lighting here. It's not happy with this at all. There we go. See if I can get that. There we go. Yeah. So you can see there's all kinds of fun you can have with this. So this would be a really cool bracelet that there's a secret message. So that's the whole idea behind this. I think we can do like special bracelets with your name that's you can't see that your name is in there until it glows in the dark, or a sentiment like love, or there's all kinds. But you can see this one is boo, and it takes up a lot of space. So showing you the depth of my hand here. So if I put my hand, now my hand is small, so you could probably get maybe 4 to 5 letters. And here's let me see if I turn this up here. I really messed up the camera lighting. I can't show you there we go. So you can see how big this is. It's quite big. And it ends up being this small. So there we go. I'm going to say goodnight because I told my wife a half an hour. Let's see. Oh, that did not work at all. Let's see. And then turn this off. There we go. Good night, everyone. See you in the next video. Bye.